everyone, welcome back to English Masters, and today we will be learning more about IELTS writing module. So basically you would be having an idea that IELTS writing module over here has two different tasks, that is task 1 and task 2. Now task 1 for academic and general students is totally different. So let's see what all differences are there. So basically IELTS writing task is divided into two categories, that is IELTS academic writing and IELTS general writing module. In academic task 1 you have a graphical or pictorial representation in which you have a lot of data or information which has to be written in the report format. You can say a paragraph like this in words, and there is a certain limit to that. When it goes for general, then you have a letter writing in which you have three different types of letters, and out of these three types any one has to be written in detail, which comes in the exam. Moving on with writing task 2, you have writing task 2 is same in both. You just have to write an essay which has a minimum word limit and a maximum word limit. So I'll be explaining it in detail about the writing task 1 and 2. Moving on with writing task 1 for academic, it is kind of a report writing. There are different diagrams such as pie chart, or you can say a line graph, such ways. There are a lot of information in that, or you can also have a table in which you have some content which is given. You can also have process diagrams, and you can also have multiple diagrams which are given. You need to include all the data which is given in the diagram in the word format in the paragraph which has to be written, and you have time limit of approximate 15-20 minutes which you have to complete this task in. The students, I recommend that students should not exceed 180 words, and the minimum word limit for this task is 150 words. Why do I say that students should not exceed 180 words is that it is a summary, and it is already mentioned in the question that you have to summarize the information by taking only the main or important points within the paragraph. So if you exceed the word limit, then what will happen? It will not remain a paragraph or a summary. It will become an essay, which is not the requirement, and you will get less band score. So many students come and say that we have received very less band score, although we have fulfilled everything, we have written everything, we have written good vocabulary and everything. Still we did not get the marks, is because you are not even writing a report, you are changing it into an essay. Now the second part is that you have a letter, wherein letters you can see that there are three different types of letters, which is formal, informal, and you also have a semi-formal. For this, if you want in detail, I will make a different and a separate video for you all. But right now let's see that here when you have the information given in the diagram, here in the letter writing you have bullet points in which you can use those bullet points as they are given for your help. So you can use those bullet points to elaborate and write in the information and the paragraphs. Minimum word limit is same for both tasks. One, that is 150 words. Here also I will say do not exceed 170 to 180 words, that is maximum. It's a letter. Language should be formal, should not be informal, does not give you good band scores. Moving on with the essay writing, yes, this task has more time duration and more weightage. So the overall time which is given for the writing task is just 60 minutes. Out of which, if you consider 20 minutes for task 1, then only 40 minutes are remaining in which you have to cover the essay. Now there are 5 to 6 different types of essay for which I will make a different video in detail, and in case you want to really work on all your IELTS modules and you want to score well, you can join a course for the IELTS training too, where you get a lot of information, live classes, and you also get mock test for preparation with feedbacks. Now, if you want to see and give the answers for the essay, first thing which you have to prioritize is the understanding of the question. So whatever questions are given, you need to understand the questions, and based on that you also see what type of question it is, and accordingly you have to write. Now the minimum word limit for this is 250 words, whereas it is not mentioned anywhere, but ideologically to some extent we are not supposed to exceed the maximum word limit of 300. So somewhere it is specified that it should be within 250 to 300. So a good word limit for this would be 280 to 290 words for the essay. An essay will be like an essay. It should have a good format, good structure, good words and everything. So I'll tell you more about it, that is the different band descriptors according to which you should be able to write, and you have to focus on these parameters, because according to these parameters the examiner will be giving you marks and the band scores. Now see, task 1 states that you have to achieve the task, whereas task 2 states that you have to go on with the task response. So 1 is to achieve the task, you get the marks because the information is given. Second, you have to give a good response in the task. Then you have coherence and cohesion, which denotes well organized structure of the essay and the report, whereas cohesion also denotes the cohesive devices which can be used to connect or to link one paragraph with the other. Then you have grammatical range and accuracy, wherein whatever sentences you are writing should be accurate and grammatically correct. There should be no errors, and more or less how well you can paraphrase the sentences, that is also very very important. Then what is lexical resource? I have already told you in the previous video. If you have not seen it, you can just click the I button and see the previous videos, and I would recommend that go in sequence manner and see the videos one by one, so that you get the overall idea of the IELTS test from basic, from scratch, and then you go ahead. I will be making more such videos for you all. And then lexical resource is basically the vocabulary which you have to use in the overall essay to make it outstanding and good, so that it can give you 7+ band score. So there are different ways and strategies in which you can get good band score in IELTS. Let's move on to see the actual band descriptors in detail to get a 7 minimum band score. So you can see this task 1 band descriptors. This is the public version of it, wherein you can see that all 4 parameters are explained in detail in this. For this you can go on Google, or you can pause the video, you can take a screenshot, you can see and read all these parameters in detail for task 1 as well as task 2 over here, because it's very important for everyone to know the parameters. If you don't know the parameters in detail, you will make more and more mistakes, and you will carry forward these mistakes every time you attempt an IELTS test. So for restricting it, I should say you should prepare with a very good trainer or a well experienced person, so that you don't have to attempt the IELTS test again and again. Lastly, you can see that the answer sheet is in such a way wherein you have certain lines where you have to write. This area you don't have to write anything, it is strictly mentioned over here. And also you can see that this area is given where you cannot write below this, so it has to be only in between the lines wherein the spaces are given to you. And do not forget to write all your details over here. Don't write anything over here, it is only for the official use. The candidate has to write the details over here, that's it, nothing else. So for today this is it, and if you want me to make anything else regarding the IELTS test or any other language for English course, you can always comment below so that I get to know, and I will definitely make a new video for it. That's it for today. Thank you for watching.